Ravi de vous retrouver pour cette...
So it's thrilled to see you again for this new red carpet here at the Cannes Film Festival that of course you can see in full on TV Festival. And tonight it's a master of Japanese cinema to go up the red carpet and present his new film. The director is Hirokazu Koreeda. His film is called Broker. And you'll be able to see it on the 7th of December in France, but for the world premiere, it's going to be here with the audience in the Lumiere Theatre. We're going to have everybody from the film in a moment. A film which, as usual, is a story of a family in South Korea. The second time that he has gone to another country. The last another time was in 2019 for The Truth. This was in France. This time it's in South Korea with a Korean cast. And we'll tell you this story in a moment. So welcome to the Croisette here in Cannes, 75th Festival. And of course he's a director who had a Palme d'Or in 2018 with Shoplifters.
Les Bonnes Étoiles, c'est donc le film qui...
So Broker film in competition, the only Japanese film in this year's selection. The story of a group that sort of comes together one rainy night. A young woman abandons her baby. It's going to be picked up by two men who are paid to get the baby, but everybody gets together and it's this road trip through South Korea. Here's the trailer.
뭐 한마디로 말하자면은 선이라고 해야 되나? 뭐 하는 거야 지금? 아니 왜 우리 가족 여행을 방해하고 그래?
나 다 알아. 가족 아닌 거. 우성이 팔려고 그러잖아.
너 좀 더 찾아보면 더 좋은 조건의 상대가 있을 텐데.
뭐야? 눈썹이 왜 이래?
반드시 현행범으로 체포할 거니까.
저 다른 나라도 야! 우성아, 우리랑 이제 행복해지자꾸나. 응?
Voilà pour la bande-annonce.
So the teaser for Broker coming out in France on the 7th of December.
Broker, c'est le nom du film en anglais, signé donc Hirokazu.
So Broker from Hirokazu Koreeda. The 8th time that this Japanese master has been selected at the Cannes Film
Mais
Festival.
évidemment, tout le monde a
Of
envie de
course,
voir ce film que j'ai eu la chance de voir ce matin.
The film I saw this morning. Gaspard Noé, how are you?
Bah, super bien, vous êtes
Well, fine. You've come as well to see Koreeda's new film.
Je suis venu voir le film de Solanas.
No, I came to see Solanas, which is just right.
Exactement.
This is for Solanas.
Parlez-nous de ce documentaire. Donc,
So tell us about this documentary in Cannes Classics.
votre père y participe, mais
Your father was involved, but tell us the story of this film. Well, it's a film that Solanas did 5 or 7 years ago, where my father's in it. He was a theatre director in Argentina, and it's the work of an artist, 3 artists, 75, 80 years old. They're, my father's a painter, and the involvement of art and politics and so on. And I appear in the film too, and Solanas's family, his daughter, my sister's in there. It's a beautiful film. It's a family film. And creators, yes.
C'est 3 dans la dérive de l'acte créatif pour ceux
And
qui
so
voulaient,
3 in the act of creation if you want to see it.
parce que vous avez
So-
vu aussi à l'occasion du 75e
At the 75th anniversary, there was a conference with lots of directors talking about cinema, trying to imagine together. Is that important?
participe en l'occurrence.
Oui, oui, mais il y a tellement de films à Cannes.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many films in Cannes that you submerge, but it's the overdose of cinema for 10 days, you know. So there you go.
Il faut que tout le monde vienne.
Et du cinéma.
Everybody's got to come along. And in theatres as well. Yeah.
Très bonne soirée, merci beaucoup.
Have a great evening. Thank you very much, Gaspard Louis.
Et Jacques Weber est aussi avec nous.
Jacques Weber is with us. Good evening, Jacques Weber. How are you? Very well.
Je suis très heureux d'être là.
Very happy to be here. It's great. It's great fun.
Spécifiquement voir le nouveau film Hirokazu Koreeda.
So you could especially to see Koreeda's film? Not specifically, I was invited, so I'm very happy. It's incredible to fall on this film.
J'admire le plus.
And one of the
J'espère que vous avez
directors I admire the most. I hope you've got a hanky with you. I've got a packet of tissues because it's very sad.
Vous êtes venu ici en
And so you've been in, you were here in 1997 with Cyrano de Bergerac. Is it the Temple of Cinema?
Lorsqu'on présente un film,
But when you present a beautiful film, a great film, which Cyrano de Bergerac was,
l'émotion, parce que
I
j'avais
think you get this double emotion because I was
aux côtés de Depardieu qui était
I was in there, I was in it, you know, and Depardieu was fantastic and
l'émotion qui se mélangeait.
lots of emotion.
Et non, c'est très beau de
And it's
continuer à festoyer autour
and it's
d'un
great
art,
to celebrate
simplement une chose, c'est de
because
faire de parler encore,
it means you can
parler des grands et beaux
talk
films
about great, beautiful films
désertés par
which have been deserted by commentaries, by audiences. So we've got to keep fighting.
plus. Alors,
And so you know, there we go.
Sur les cinémas du
And
monde.
so it's a world, it's a window on the cinema of the world, yeah, the cinema of the world,
le monde.
and therefore on the world.
Dernièrement, du Festival du Policier, on a vu des films ukrainiens, lituaniens.
I was at
hallucinants, c'était des films
detective film festival recently. We had Russian films, Ukrainian films, of course, written 2 or 3 years before the events we're seeing now, and it was incredible to see how it was very present. Yeah.
Festival à vous et très bon film.
So have a great festival, enjoy the film, get ready, get your hankies out. Yeah.
Et sur le tapis rouge, Victoria Solanas, la productrice du film, Juan Solanas, protagoniste et cadreur du
Si
film.
vous nous rejoignez sur l'antenne
If
de...
you're joining us on Telefestival, 9th day of competition,
C'est au tour d'Hirokazu Koreeda de présenter son
Hirokazu Koreeda presenting his new film called Broker.
Deux étoiles en français.
Et cadreur du film.
Le réalisateur japonais
He's a Japanese director that everybody knows. It's the 8th
film
time that one of his films has been selected here in Cannes.
il a déjà remporté 2 prix. Le prix
He's won 2 awards, Jury Prize in 2013 for Like Father Like Son, and the Palme d'Or in 2018 for Shoplifters.
Sur le tapis rouge,
c'est un
présenté
grand admirateur de Ken Loach.
A great admirer of Ken Loach.
qui avait marqué l'histoire du Festival de Cannes en présentant en 2002 en compétition Irréversible. Il était revenu en compétition Gaspard Noé avec Enter the Void.
Non, je ne suis pas Jacques Marina Foy. J'en suis bien
No,
désolée.
I'm not Jacques Marina Voice. I'm not called
Comment
Jacques.
allez-vous?
How are you?
Sélection
Très bien.
Very well, very well.
Asbestas. Est-ce que
You're presenting a film, Asbestos?
j'ai cru que c'était comme c'est un film espagnol.
You know, it's a Spanish film. I could have got it all wrong. Asbestos.
Comment est-ce que vous pourriez nous en parler, vous partager
What would you say about it? You're working with Denis Ménochet.
Alors, c'est un film
Yeah, it's a film which is inspired by real events that is quite well known. It had a big impact in Spain.
s'installe en Galice, dans une région.
There were a couple of French people who settled in Galicia, in a very rural area.
Ça va bien se passer quand arrive
And all of a sudden,
l'éolienne qui voudra
there's the
s'installer.
question of
Arrive la question.
wind turbines and money and things like this, and things go badly wrong.
Ah, mais moi,
réalisateur aussi.
What do you like about this film? Well,
de Sorogoyen.
I knew Sorogoyen's films.
J'aime beaucoup. Il fait des
I like a lot what he does. He does genre films, but
s'il reste dans le genre, s'il emprunte des chemins trop
and so he he likes to get off the beaten path.
Sur l'humanité
He's very much into humanity and very surprising.
fait El Reino.
And he did El Reino, among other things. So I mean, he could have given me anything to do. He could have given to read the phone book. Could have done it for him. So this is, these sorts of encounters make films afterwards. I mean, friendships. No. At Gervais Dolan, I met in Louis Lumière and then in Cannes. Yeah. No. I mean, you can meet some incredible people here in Cannes. And ideas of films that makes you want to do things. And yeah, I was part of the jury of Un Certain Regard. I was exhausted, but so invigorated. I mean, it's just this enthusiasm you get.
Autour de Koreeda de présenter son
So Koreeda is presenting his new film. Are you a fan? Do you like his films?
Oui, moi j'aime tout, je suis très éclectique.
I'm very eclectic in my tastes.
J'aime bien, comment dire,
And how can I put it?
cinéma a priori.
I don't like something out of principle. I like films, actors, light, photography. I mean, I haven't got any prejudice, any prejudged ideas. So, thank you very much.
75e édition du
75th edition of the Cannes Film Festival, which is keeping this promise of plurality, of diversity, of all cinemas, all genres, all countries, all emotions are possible here.
Et c'est pour ça d'ailleurs que
And that's why
quelques jours, autant de personnalités ont répondu.
there were so many people that were here a couple of days ago to celebrate the 75th anniversary of this festival, biggest in the world.
Sur les marches du Palais des Festivals.
Et c'est au tour du réalisateur japonais Hirokazu
And
de présenter
Hirokazu Koreeda is presenting his new feature,
Bonnes étoiles.
Broker,
Et son président Pierre
L'histoire d'une jeune femme,
the story of a young woman.
je ne divulgage rien.
I don't want to give any spoilers or anything, but she abandons her baby. That's the first opening scene.
Par deux hommes, mais finalement tout le monde va se
And two men
et
get it legally, but
une sorte de délégation
it's a sort of a road trip throughout Korea
japonais
because
de son pays pour la deuxième
Koreeda has gone out of his own country for the second time
en Corée du Sud.
because he's going to South Korea this time
100%
with
coréen.
100% Korean cast.
Song Kang-ho,
Song Kang-ho,
tous adorés dans le film.
who we loved in Parasite,
Palme d'or en 2019.
which got the Palme d'Or
Vous voyez le président du jury de cette édition 2022.
2019. So Vincent Lindon, president of the jury,
Et
arriving.
le président du jury de ce 75e Festival de Cannes est en train de signer des autographes auprès du public cannois. Au bord
Le
du
Festival
tapis
de Cannes, c'est bien sûr la
The Cannes Festival is
cinéphilie, c'est
the most demanding.
la projection pour tous ces films.
It's the first screening for this for these films with an audience, and the encounter of all these artists, scriptwriters, directors. It's the first time they meet their audiences directly, if you like.
Cette ère n'est pas née d'aujourd'hui. Il vient d'aussi loin que je viens, traîné par 100 000 musiciens.
Bonsoir Vincent Lindon. Je sais que
Good evening, Vincent Lindon. I know that we're not allowed to talk about anything. I just wanted to say you were very happy and very stressed to take on your job. What's the very is the most?
La réponse dans la question.
Well, you got the answer in the question, so have a great evening.
J'étais content.
I was stressed, I was happy.
Je suis plus content que stressé.
I'm happy that I am stressed, but then tomorrow I'm going to be stressed again. See you tomorrow.
Il arrive en courant derrière moi.
Et avec nous le plaisir d'accueillir
Vous le savez, aucun des membres du jury n'a le droit.
None of the members of the jury.
La vue, c'est le silence le plus absolu et ce depuis le premier
So the first day of the competition,
ouverture
since the opening of this 75th
de Cannes.
of the Cannes Film Festival,
N'en sauront pas plus.
and we won't know any more from them.
Vincent Lindon qui sera en tout cas
Vincent
dans
Lindon.
la grande salle
They
Lumière
will be in the Lumière Theatre for the first screening
du film Les Bonnes Étoiles.
of
Ce sera le titre.
Broker,
Le titre anglais, ce sera Broker, nouveau film d'Hirokazu
new
Koreeda,
film from
le grand maître
Hirokazu Koreeda, the Japanese master,
8 fois à Cannes.
who's been to Cannes 8 times,
Un film
and
autour de
once
la
again a film on the family.
C'est en Corée du Sud qui a placé l'action de son film.
This film takes place in South Korea and explores the
Mais bien réel.
the real but strange phenomenon of baby boxes.
Espagnol actuel. On lui doit Que Dios nos perdone, El Reino ou encore Madre. Il vient pour la première fois présenter
Je vous parlais de ces baby box qui sont en fait
So the baby boxes,
sécurisés qui
which are a sort of they exist in South Korea. They secure cocoons, and it's there so that people can abandon their babies. It's existed. They've existed since 2010.
et
It was a pastor that instigated these, and this is the starting point of this film.
Hirokazu Koreeda,
du film d'Hirokazu Koreeda.
Hirokazu Koreeda's film.
Asbestas et donc Marina Foïs. Également, qui était venue en compétition pour Police de Maïwen. Et l'année dernière, elle avait présenté également La Fracture de Catherine Corsini, Marina Foïs. Elle a été membre du jury Un Certain Regard en 2019. Le plaisir d'accueillir aussi Denis Ménochet, qui était venu en compétition avec Inglourious Basterds de Quentin Tarantino. Et 2 fois en sélection Un Certain Regard pour Grand Central de Rebecca
Alors que
Godowski,
l'équipe du film Asbestas, on en
So
a
the crew from Asbestos,
Marina Foïs,
with Marina Foïs,
présenté dans la section 4
presented in Cannes Première,
Rodrigo
a film by Rodrigo Sorogoyen,
réalisateur
a Spanish director
notamment un Goya à
who
l'équivalent
won a Goya for El Reino in 2019. Maria Foïs with Denis Ménochet. The film takes place in Galicia, in a very rural area. Marina Foïs and Denis Ménochet are a couple of farmers, and then there is a project for wind turbines to be built there, and this causes a big conflict in the village.
Bonsoir Lubna. Vous êtes
Good evening, Lubna. You look wonderful. Thank you.
Vous savez, on dit que la
And it's true, we only tell the truth here. How are you? Well, I'm fine. I'm
Impressionné comme d'habitude.
very impressed, as always.
quelque chose, oui.
Yeah, it's always special. So it's pressure, it's what?
De joie, de
Yeah, joy, pressure, moving.
C'est une première fois à chaque fois.
It's the first time every time.
Alors parlez-nous de
So tell us about the Blue of the Kaftan. It's in Un Certain Regard.
se déroule au Maroc en l'occurrence.
Takes place in Morocco. And there is a bit of a taboo there. Can you tell us about this? A taboo?
Alors
c'est pas un tabou, mais alors disons que ça dépend où on se
No, but it depends where you are in the world.
certains côtés de la planète.
There are some places where it is a taboo.
Oui, ça parle d'amour surtout pour moi.
It talks of love for me.
L'amour inconditionnel.
And unconditional love.
C'est un trio, enfin je sais pas comment vous
It's triumph. I don't know how to explain it. It's a taboo. So it's a couple where the husband is a homosexual. And the couple is fine and everything, but then an event happens, and this is going to explode the balance. So maybe we can widen this a bit.
Scénariste et producteur. Quelle émotion ça
So what's it like for you to present this film? How do you feel this evening? Well, a lot of emotion. It's very moving. It's a great moment today.
avec
It's amazing to be here again, and with the reception the film got, I was very moved.
Parlez-nous-en.
Tell us about it. It was.
Ce qui triche pas, c'est les regards.
Well, I mean, when the lights come up, there's applause and all of that, very often here. But the way people look, the emotion, you can see emotion in people's eyes, and that's extraordinary. You can really feel that that people were deeply touched.
Mais regardez comme elles sont mignonnes. Je sais pas.
Look at them. Oh.
Votre intimité, ce que vous
And so
Vous avez l'habitude de travailler ensemble.
you're used to working together.
C'est un couple. en
You're a
l'occurrence.
couple in real
Est-ce que
life.
c'est particulier d'autant plus de vivre
Is it
de façon intime, artistique,
very strange to experience all this in a family way? No, it's exceptional.
À quel point c'est une
You can feel what great luck it is to be able to share that is, share our love, share our passion, live these unforgettable moments together.
Caftan, un certain
And
regard.
so the blue of the kaftan.
Merci beaucoup.
Have a great evening.
Mediterranean Fever, tournée à Haïfa, à Mahaj. Et toute l'équipe est sur le tapis rouge. Et le casting de Broker, les bonnes étoiles, et notamment Son Campo, dans le grand écran.
Et l'équipe du film Broker,
And the crew from the film Broker are here.
Bonnes étoiles, qui vient d'arriver et
They've just arrived, and massive shouts from the audience, from the public on the other side of the red carpet.
Avec nous sur le tapis rouge, l'équipe du bleu du Caftan. Film marocain présenté en sélection Un certain regard. Et avec nous, le plaisir d'accueillir Mariam Ouzani, sa réalisatrice. Elle est accompagnée de sa comédienne, la Belge Loubna Zabal, de son acteur Ayoub Missioui, de son producteur et co-scénariste Nabil Ayouch et de son coproducteur Amin Benjeloun. Le bleu du Caftan, nouveau long métrage de Mariam Ouzani, à qui l'on doit notamment Adam, présenté en sélection Un certain regard déjà en 2019 et récompensé à travers le monde. Le bleu du Caftan présenté en sélection Un certain regard. Co-scénariste et producteur avait notamment Nabil Ayouch, avait notamment présenté en compétition l'année dernière Haut et Fort.
on a la grande chance d'être en compagnie du réalisateur Hirokazu.
So we've got
On a l'impression que Cannes,
Hirokazu Koreeda. So Cannes seems to be your home. Is this true?
全然そんなことはないんですけど、でも何度もこうやって呼んでいただいて本当に嬉しいです。ありがとうございます。
Non, non, pas du tout, au contraire.
I'm always really happy to come here, and it's always exceptional. It's always exceptionally fortunate.
Ce phénomène des baby
And
box.
so this time you've gone to South Korea with a question of baby boxes. Is that why you wanted to go to Korea to make the film?
そうですね、ベビーボックス自体は日本にもあるんですけれども、今回はどこの、ベビーボックスがあるなしにかかわらず、生まれてきた命に対して大人たちがどういうふうに関われるのか、それをこうやって旅を通して描いてみたいなと思いました。
Alors il y a aussi des boîtes à bébés, des baby box au Japon, ça existe.
There are baby boxes in Japan, but it's a phenomenon that is particularly present in Korea, in South Korea, and I wanted to explore this question and look at something from outside my own borders. That's why we went to film there. So you film a lot, the question of families and.
D'habitude, les hommes sont défaillants. J'ai l'impression qu'ils le sont.
So I get this feeling that it's a film about reconciliation.
そうかもしれないね。でも今回は中心にその母親にならない選択をした2人の女性というのを置いてみて、その周りの男たちとの関係を描こうと思ったので、少し今までとはスタイルが違うかもしれません。
Oui, c'est possible maintenant que vous me le dites.
Yeah, now that you say that, it's true, but I really wanted to film the story of these women, the relationship to maternity and the relationship they have with all the men around them. So maybe that's why they've got a different position than in my previous films. You love Ken Loach?
Samedi soir, peut-être que
on Saturday evening, maybe like him, you'll have a second Palme d'Or. Is that possible, do you think?
そんなことが起きたら本当に嬉しいですけど。
Si une chose pareille pouvait arriver, je serais vraiment très heureuse.
If something so fortunate could happen, I'd be amazed. Thank you, I'd be very happy.
La star de Parasite.
The star of Parasite, of course. We love you and friends. And so you're, of course, home here, and you were here with Parasite, and this time with Koreeda. What was it like to work with him?
고레다 감독님을 평소에 이제 너무 존경해 왔던 감독님인데 또 이렇게 따뜻하고 너무 감동적인 작품을 하게 돼가지고 너무 영광스럽게 생각합니다. Koreeda is somebody I've always admired, and he's somebody who's so warm, and he really gave a real essence to this very moving film. And so have a great evening. Thank you very much. I'm only allowed one question. We've only got time for one question.
Vous avez reconnu Song Kang-ho, le héros.
Song Kang-ho, of course, the hero of Parasite,
qui avait remporté la
which won the Palme d'Or in 2019.
Parasite qui avait cartonné.
Parasite, which did really well in France, and which proved that auteur films from a long way away can work.
C'est vrai que là...
No, for the time being. We've only got the sound. I haven't got any pictures of this. So, good evening. How are you?
Très bien.
Very well, very well.
Très sage, peut-être très stressé, c'est ça?
Are you a bit stressed? You're very happy, very happy.
Alors, vous présentez le documentaire Salam.
So you're presenting Salam, a documentary that you co-directed together. So it was real co-directing with Melanie. I mean, how did you get into this documentary loop with her in particular?
Il y a beaucoup de personnes qui ont approché Mélanie au fil de
other people
son histoire.
Wanted Melanie to tell her story for a number of years now, and so somebody said, well, you can do what you want, you can have carte blanche, and then she came to us, in fact, over time. Thank you very much. It was a beautiful, it's a great documentary.
et réalisatrice de Salam.
Et oui, mais vous savez, c'est ça Cannes, on arrive en retard.
But that's Cannes, people arrive late, but then everybody wants to talk, and we want to talk to you about all these films screened here. There are selections, there's Salam, the documentary made by Ouda Benyamina and Anne Cissé.
Pour ce 75e Festival de Cannes.
Avec Mélanie Georgiades.
With Melanie Georgiades, known as Diams when she was a rap singer.
Présentée ici en séance spéciale.
Presented in a special screening, a documentary coming out on the 1st of July, long awaited, and she's decided to tell her story.
Et les producteurs pour Plaque Dynamite, Eric Anezo, et pour Brut.
Un documentaire à la première personne.
First-person documentary.
L'équipe de Salam, film très
Et vous voyez justement l'équipe de ce documentaire.
There you can see the group from the documentary Salam, presented in a special screening. Ouda Benyamina, she won the Caméra d'Or with Divine in 2016.
Accompagnée
by Anne Cissé, co-director, and in fact there were 3 of them because there was Melanie Georgiades, known as Diams, also co-directed, and the producers are there too.
Nous avons le plaisir d'accueillir l'équipe de Broker, les bonnes étoiles, présentées en compétition pour ce 75e Festival de Cannes. Son réalisateur, Hirokazu Koreeda. Les interprètes, Song Kang-ho, Lee Ji-eun,
Song Kang-ho qui a salué le public.
Song Kang-ho,
c'est celui qu'on connaît le mieux.
he's the one we know best in this cast.
100% coréen.
100% Korean cast for the new film
Hirokazu Koreeda, Les bonnes étoiles.
from Hirokazu Koreeda, Broker, coming out into theatres on the 7th of December.
C'est Lee Ji-eun qui vient de saluer en robe grise.
Lee Ji-eun, in the pink dress,
De la musique en Corée.
a music star in Korea and model.
Quelques films à son actif, mais c'est la
She's
première
got some films, but it's the first time that she's been in a film of this size,
un film de cinéma indépendant.
and from independent film as well, independent cinema.
Son acteur,
Koreeda
notre petite sœur,
and his actor there,
Song Kang-ho.
Song Kang-ho.
C'est la première fois hein, que Song Kang-ho
It's the first time that Song Kang-ho has worked with Koreeda. We know that he's a favorite of Park Chan-wook and Bong Joon-ho.
sud-coréen.
Lee Ji-eun en gris qui joue justement
Lee Jun,
cette femme qui abandonne son bébé devant une
plays this mother who abandons her child in this baby box,
au Japon et en
and they exist in Japan and Korea, where you can abandon newborns who are taken in.
c'est un peu
It was set up in 2010 in
bouleversant.
Korea, and it's the starting point of this extremely moving film Broker by Hirokazu Koreeda.
Au casting également
There's also Gong Dong-won,
Lee Ju-young et Lee Yu-jae.
Lee Chu-young, and
Film coréen,
Lee
Dong-won qui vient de saluer le public à son tour.
cinéaste japonais.
Gong Dong-won has just waved to the
Un road trip que nous propose
public. So Koreeda takes us on this incredible moving road trip, and this rainy night a young woman abandons her baby, who is taken into the baby box. The baby is taken illegally by two men, and this is the start of this road trip as they look for the best adoptive parents.
C'est la question évidemment des liens familiaux.
It's a question of family links, but as well the question of abandonment, which is detailed.
Hirokazu Koreeda a obtenu la une.
Hirokazu Koreeda has already had a Palme d'Or in 2018 for Shoplifters.
Cette année, le jury.
And who knows, maybe the jury this year will give him a second one. He would become a member of the very select club of multi-Palme d'Or winners.
Ils ont été très.
So they were very warmly welcomed by the public here earlier on.
Toute l'équipe du film.
So everybody from the film going towards the Lumiere Theatre for the film for the very first time, showing to the public for the very first time.
On va pouvoir entendre, j'en suis sûre.
I'm sure that we'll hear the welcome
Ce réalisateur
of this
Hirokazu Koreeda,
director who's loved in Cannes.
La projection des Bonnes Étoiles va bientôt.
So the screening of Broker is about to start, but
La salle applaudit.
everybody is applauding the
Ce réalisateur
crew from the film and this director who is so well respected here on the Croisette, Hirokazu Koreeda. The 8th time one of his films has been selected here at the festival.
Bouleversant que vous pourrez découvrir sur vos écrans.
An extremely moving film you can see in France from the 7th of December when it's been released.